Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sov. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a tier list for 1.6 characters in Genshin Impact, maybe even a few 1.7 characters that we have the leaked stats on. It's gonna get real opinionated in here, and I know I'm gonna offend some of you guys because, let's be honest, we already know there's some garbage characters in Genshin Impact, and I'm not here to make you feel good about your favorite character. This is my video, damn it! But before we get started, always remember, guys, don't be a bitch. Like the video. Let's try to go for 100 likes on this one. Also subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And without further ado, let's get into this controversial tier list. Okay, so right off the jump, let's go ahead and just put things out here, guys. This is based off of opinion and nothing else. If you're here to see a tier list based off of who's stronger, who's the most viable, yeah, some of that is gonna come into play here, but for the most part, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care, and your feelings don't really matter here. So let's go ahead and look at what we got for our tiers. We have, starting at the top here, the God tier. This is undeniable, and the characters that go in this group here, you know what, there's no debate. They're literally gods. All right, there's no stopping them. If they're in your squad, if you have them at all, you know you're gonna do work, and there's most likely a high possibility that you will never die. All right, then you have your traditional S tier, your A, B, C, then the dumpster tier, and then the tier below that, behind the dumpster tier. They're not even good enough to go inside the dumpster. That's like when you just leave something or throw something over and it goes behind. You're like, you know what? It's not even worth going in the trash. It's just back there and it lives there forever, okay? Behind the dumpster. All right, are you guys ready? Are you ready for this? I am. All right, we're just gonna go right down the top here, right across the top. Let's go. All right, so we have, this is going to be the Geo Traveler. The fact that they even use Ether here, we already know Lumine is the chosen one. Ether, whatever. But you know what? Geo, B tier. Okay support if you have other Geo characters. Yeah, it is what it is. I think that's fair there. Let's move on to Albedo. Geo, once again, I don't really care about Geo myself. Geo is pretty okay in this game still. Albedo pretty much makes every Geo character better. So, oops, we're gonna switch those back up. Albedo, I'll put Albedo in A tier. You know what? Albedo is pretty good if you have other Geo characters in your party as well. Can't hate on him. He does okay. Yeah. Amber. Let's go ahead and put Amber. I would like to meme and put her in the dumpster. However, if you are late game and you have a lot of artifacts and you have a lot of good stuff, right? Weapons and everything, you could put Amber in C tier and maybe for some people B tier. So I'm not going to meme her in the dumpster. I'm going to be fair with Amber. She can be C tier and she's okay as a pyro bow user. But remember, you need to have her as support or give her a reason to be viable on your team. Lots of investment. All right, let's skip over Ayaka right now. Okay, look. There is no debate here. I know there's a lot of Barbara simps out there. You guys are weird. All right? Barbara is behind the dumpster. I'm not going to argue this at all. If you like Barbara, she belongs behind the dumpster. No cap. Look, it's just where she belongs. You can try to debate it in the comment section below. Go for it. I'll even leave a pinned comment for you guys to argue it down below. But look, you're not going to change my mind on this, all right? She's a healer. She can be a good healer with a lot of investment. But look, here's the thing. Look, you're wet. She makes you wet and not in a good way, all right? You're going to get frozen, you're going to get electrocuted, you're going to get whatever, you're going to get vaporized. It's just not good. Look, there's better healers in the game, all right? Even Chi-Chi. I think Chi-Chi is probably, if you just look at just healing, she is C tier. Look, that might piss some people off as well, but look, Chi-Chi's best heals come out with her being on the field. And healers, if we're just going off of who's the better healer, Barbara is a better healer than Chi-Chi. Let's be honest. She doesn't need to be on the field to do the healing. Chi-Chi does. I don't like that. Chi-Chi is 5-star, which gives her a little bit of a boost. But, you know, she's not that great. Honestly, she's not. And she overheals. You don't need that many heals for that late in the game. Sorry. Beto. Nice B tier. Great damage. Great electro support. What more can you ask for? And her final swing on her attack sequence is fire. And I mean, it's Beto. I mean, have you seen her? Come on, it's Beto. Benny. I mean, easy S tier. Easy S tier. All the way up to, like, if you have constellations on Benny, you know, he could easily be God tier. But as soon as you get to C6 Benny, you know, he's back to S, right? So S average for Benny. Great character. Xiangyun, look, why even use him? What's the point at this point? All right, we're going to go ahead and put Diluc in S tier as well. Big Daddy Diluc, he was the original big damage person in this game. The big vaporize. Look, one of the best pyro attackers and DPS characters in the game, even still. So, Diluc, you gotta love him. Let's move on to Diona. Probably the best support in the game. I've got to respect her and put her at A tier. She could be B tier with 0 constellations, but my experience, I have plenty of constellations on her, like C4, I believe. So I'm going to put her in A tier, and I usually put her in any one of my parties, whether it be for Abyss or Domains. She's just very viable, having a shield, being able to cleanse, and having heals. Extremely useful. On top of that, she allows you to melt if you have pyro. So all of that is just makes her A tier. And if you think of anything less of Diona, get the hell out, all right? Fischl, S. Easy S. She can do everything. She can main, she can sub/burst DPS, and she can electro support. She is insane, okay? Fischl is S tier easy. That's at 0 constellations. Now, actually, let's A tier 0 constellations. I have her C1 only, and she is S tier easily. The damage output when she's not even on the field is insane. All right? Now, you slap an Amos's bow on her, which I do have, and she's even better. You slap the new bow, her new bow on her, if you only have access to that, easily S tier as well. Look. Fischl, put some respect on her, okay? If you don't have Fischl, I don't know how you don't, but you should. And she is insane. Gotta love her. Ganyu, easy S tier. All right? We already know. Ganyu is S tier, C0. If you have high constellation on her, she can easily go to God tier, I believe, but we're gonna leave her down here just because, you know, I don't have her, and I can't really give a other opinion on her, okay? Hu Tao. Also, I will put at S tier because easily S tier, C0, constellations, and if you have the Staff of Homa, she could be God tier, all right? But looking at her base and with just an average staff, she's S tier because she has pyro, she puts out great damage, and she can heal herself. What is that? S tier, absolutely. Jean, B tier. She can never be higher than B tier. She is only good for support for other Anemo characters and for heals. I don't care what you say about that. Jean is a B tier, okay? Kaya, B tier. Easily B tier with high investment, could pop up to A tier with some constellations. He's gained a lot of my respect in more recent times, especially after Dragonspire, whatever the ice area is. All right. Keqing. I know there's a big fan base for Keqing. Keqing mains. She's A tier after everything's said and done. After a new weapon drops, which I did do a video on that, she can become S tier. It's all about the stat sticks when it comes to some of these 5-star characters. But right now, Electro is still a tad bit weak. I think it needs a rework. But she can be S tier depending on how you use her, but my opinion, she sits safely at A. Klee, S tier, easy S tier. Her damage output with little investment is kind of ridiculous. Now, if you're mobile, you might think differently, but I'm on PC, and it doesn't matter. She's S tier automatically. All right. I'm gonna put Lisa right in the dumpster because there's no reason to use her ever. Unless it's you absolutely have to use her, or unless you're just a free-to-play person and you like to meme a lot. There's no reason to use her. Really not. A Nemo Traveler, you know, probably C tier. Let's be honest here. You have to invest a lot into a Nemo Traveler for a Nemo Traveler to be useful. I'm going to put it straight out there, and I know some people like to main a Nemo Traveler, and my question is, why? 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 All right? Why? Mona, B. Just B. I mean, before she had the thickness to put her as God tier, but, you know, she's been replaced with her thickness. So, you know, let's just give her a solid B, you know? Ningguang, A. Easy A. Even with constellations, she could probably bump up to S, but I think she can pop up to S if you have Albedo with her. Or a different person that, you know, can buff her as well with Geo stuff. So, A tier on herself. Look, Noelle, easy C. Even with constellations, maybe she can get up to a B. But look, here's the honest truth. I never even wished, on my main account at least, I've never wished on that beginner's banner where you get Noelle automatically. I didn't even use that. That's still on my account. I just don't see the need for her ever. There's just no point. So, the fact that she's just pointless in the game, C tier, because she can be okay if you tried to build her. Not a problem. Razor, I know there's a lot of Razor mains. He's been outclassed in terms of physical damage. Now that there's other ways to get physical damage, and you have other characters that can do decent physical damage as well, I think he's just safe as a B with investment. Sucrose, with the rework to reactions, she's a strong B. Great support. I would like to put her as A, but I still don't think that she can really be A. Yeah, maybe. With, you know what? I'm going to put her A. Just because she is Venti Light. With the rework to reactions, she does do a little bit more damage. So her use case has bumped up quite a bit. So I'm going to put her as A right now. Tartaglia, Child. I know there's people that love Child. There's a huge fan base for Child, but you know what? Solid B. I don't care what anyone says. He's a burst DPS. He does good burst DPS, but he's Hydro. And right now, Hydro belongs in B. Mona and them together, they just belong in B, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna eat those words very shortly. Venti, God tier, all right? He's just gotten better. Just gotten better with reworked reactions. We already know this. He's a god, and he's God tier, all right? Shangling, solid B. Great pyro support. Can do pyro burst damage as well. You know, I've even mained her for a short period of time. If you have the Crescent Pike and you have high refinements, she can do okay. So, solid B. Xiao, buddy, I love you. And I've mained you. But I don't even know if I can give you S tier at C0. Look, Xiao can go easy A tier, C0, built correctly. If you have other people buffing him like Bennett, you definitely need a healer. Jean is probably the best support for him. If you have Venti in the team too, it goes a long way. But Xiao on his own, C0, A tier. Okay? But he can easily become S tier and even God tier if you have C6. So A tier, solid, no argument there. Xingqiu A tier because probably the only Hydro character in the game that actually makes sense and puts out ridiculous damage when he's not on the field. I love Xingqiu. He's one of the best supports in the game. A tier for sure. I would never main him. And I only use him as a support to get extra damage out on the field. That's my opinion. I know some people like to probably main him. I don't. I think sword characters are still weak to main until we get some other ones in the future or rework to that. This is going to be controversial. She doesn't get talked about a lot, but Xinyan is easy A tier. I have constellations on Xinyan, which makes her even more viable than C0. but you get at least C2 on her, and she's great. She can do so much. She has a shield. She's pyro, which means a lot for vaporize and melt. You get the constellations on her, and her shield becomes even better. Look, she's just a great character overall. You put the right weapon on her, and she does big damage as well, okay? Big Daddy Zhong got the dong. We already know, there's no debate. He's probably the best character in the game with Venti, okay? They tie for best characters in the game. If you have both of them, you will never lose, you will never die. Look, this is just how it is. Zhongli is so broken. He has the best shield in the game, and if you have other Geo characters, you pair him up with maybe Albedo, there's no losing. I'm sorry. You have Big Daddy Zhong's shield, you can beat anything in the game without even taking damage. You don't need healers. But if you do have healers on top of that, it's just over. It's completely over. Zhongli is probably the best character in the game if you want to complete every piece of content without taking damage. Let's just be honest, okay? That's just the way it is. I don't even have Zhongli and I know this, all right? All right. Oh my god, the thickness overtaking Mona, okay? You are a B tier, you know what, but the thickness will give you an A tier. But your use case, sorry, puts you back down at an A. Oh, I love you, Rosaria. I really do, and I want to put you higher, but it's just, I can't. Great cryo support, let's be honest. Off-field cryo ult is good. But yeah, you're only a little bit better than Xiangyun. Nope, Xiangyun, you're staying in C, sorry. So you will stay in B tier, Rosaria. Eula, oh my god, the queen. The #1 queen. I don't care what anyone says. She belongs in S tier. No constellations. She does ridiculous physical damage, okay? And I rock her with a 4-star weapon. That's not even leveled up to 90, okay? And her physical damage is insane if you pair her up with, say, Fischl. You pair her up with anyone that's going to superconduct with that other character being off the field, she is insane. Her physical damage on her ult is crazy. Her E-hold ability is crazy, guys. Look, I have her with the... What's the Dragon Spine Claymore that you get where it gives you extra damage when that crystal forms and it drops on them? Yeah. That thing is crazy. I only have it R1, and it's not even leveled up properly. I gave her a proper artifact set, not even the best crit damage to crit rate ratios. Look, I don't have her build right whatsoever, and I've been maining her throughout all the content recently. She's crazy, okay? Deserves S at C0. Yanfei, great pyro support. I think that with heavy investment in weapon, in artifacts, and then supporting her with other people, she could possibly be A. But for the time being, the average player can easily make her a B tier viable character in Domains and in Spiral Abyss. Burst DPS, yes. Main DPS, I think she can do, but that's where the heavy investment comes to play, and you are going to want constellations to put her in that A tier. All right, now that we have all of the current 1.6 characters in the game, we do have a new 1.6 character that is coming out, Kazuha, in a few weeks. Very shortly. Actually, I think it's 1 week. So, Kazuha. I just did a Kazuha build guide video. If you guys did not check that out, I will put the iCard up here somewhere. Yeah, it's going to be over here. Up in the corner. It'll pop up also in the description box. Go check that out. You don't want to miss that. Lots of good information. Kazuha, easy A tier. You will want to support him with Jean. I feel you will want to because, once again, Jean is a great Anemo support character. Sucrose even, but I think Jean will be better just to have the heals. Let's be honest. You just want to have a healer that can be viable. And her E ability is actually pretty strong too. So, Kazuha, even though we haven't been able to use him yet, based off of his statistics, based off of the abilities, and based off of Elemental Mastery becoming more viable and being able to do more with that, he's going to be able to sub DPS, burst DPS, whatever you guys want to call it, and support. So, that being said, him being a 5-star, and me seeing what he's going to be capable of already, A tier base. All right, now we're going to get into the speculative characters that we really haven't seen much of. I know some people that beta tested might already know. Sayu, we're going to put in B tier for now. It's just her kit is really interesting because she can burst DPS / heal, but it's variable. If you guys didn't see that video, I also did make a video on these 3 new characters, and you guys can go check that out as well on the channel. So look into that. She has a really cool kit, but her viability is more if it's like it's a switching role of support / burst DPS. Really interesting, but I think she belongs in B for the time being until we get more information on her. All right, now we have 2 5-star characters that are coming out during the Inazuma patch. We have Ayaka, which I think that she is currently going to be an A tier character. She is a main / burst DPS main cryo character. Her kit we've seen for a long time now. Her stats we kind of know of now. And I think that she's going to be viable as A with no constellations with the proper weapon, okay? So she's going to be able to do a lot of cryo and reverse melts. She's going to be able to do super conducts if you want. I don't think super conduct is going to be the way you want to go with her. I think reverse melt is probably the best way to go. But she's going to be able to put out a decent amount of damage with little investment. And now we have our new 5-star bow character also coming out in 1.7. Pyro 5-star bow. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name because I know I've been saying it wrong this entire time. But I think that she's also going to be easy A material. Easy A. Now, as we see constellations, as we see different builds coming out and the stats being driven up by the actual people that do theory crafting, we're probably going to see her bump up in S tier. I'm pretty confident, but for the time being, I feel good with putting her in A, just base level with a decent weapon. Now you put her with the proper 5-star weapon that she's supposed to be with, that's going to be an easy S. And then getting her with the proper rolls on constellations, she's going to be a high tier S. That's my thoughts. So guys, looking at this tier list right now, let's bring this full screen for you, a little bit bigger. How do you feel? Does this hurt your feelings? I know this right here, seeing Barbara behind the dumpster, is going to hurt some people. I know it is, and I love it. That's what I'm here for. Are you upset? Leave a like. No, but seriously, like the damn video. But I'm going to be out after this, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, what you think about this tier list. Do you agree? Do you not agree? I really don't care if you don't agree, but I want to know who you think should be where. And where do you think some of these characters should be other than the placements that I put them? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.